Well, hello, ladies and germs. Welcome back to the channel. It's Sean. Hope you guys are having a great day. Coming back at you again here with some weekend league gameplay from this past weekend league. It was week number 7. As you guys can see, we are 7-2 at this point. So this is game number 10. And boys, this was one of the craziest endings to a game of Madden that I have ever witnessed. You guys are going to find out why momentarily. So we are starting off with the ball on offense with a little QB draw there with Lamar Jackson on a first down. As you can see, we had B wide open. That's Tyrone Calico, and we get sacked. 3rd down and 7. We're going to try to go to Calico here. He's wide open again, and one of the biggest bugs in the game strikes us. And as you can see, I was furious. That has been a bug in the game pretty much all year, where receivers will miss wide open passes like that, and it ends up costing me 7 points, and we turn the ball over on downs as a result. So we had to punt him the ball. My opponent here, he loved to run the rock. He ran the rock about 70 to 80% of his snaps. You will see the instances where he does pass. As you can see, he would love to also run this wildcat read option as well. He pretty much did everything when it came to running the ball. Right there, he hits a little flat pass out to Darren Waller, picks up a first down with ease on 3rd and 7. Right here, goes back to the stretch with Barry Sanders, gets popped by my user Isaiah Simmons, goes back to Lamar Jackson, picks up enough for a first down. Once again, we go back. This time he tries to run stretch, he cuts back inside where we were there, had solid defense. That's going to bring us here to the end of the first quarter. So we're doing a solid job of stopping the run right there. Once again, Tyrann Mathieu there, and also Denzel Ward brings up a 3rd and 9. He runs his flat pass once again out to Darren Waller. Picks up about 7 yards, 6 yards actually. Brings up a 4th down and 3. Actually, he goes ahead and he uses his first timeout to set up this play right here. As you can see, we're running a cover 3 shell. We're mabling both sides of the field, so we're taking away everything he wants on the sideline. And for some reason, Denzel Ward gets beat badly by Steve Smith over the top. I gave him a touchdown there on 4th down and 3. So that was painful for me on defense. And I should have backed off Denzel Ward, or maybe even shaded over the top, so that way he should not have gotten beaten by Steve Smith. So we're back on offense here, trying to put something together, trying not to turn the ball over here. Right here, we just hit Brandon Cooks on a slant route underneath, pick up about 15 yards there. Right here, we go to our favorite man-beating play in our formation, P.A. Dig and Brandon Cooks. Cooks Marlon Humphrey in man coverage, and he's off to the races. So we score with 2:19 left in the half, tying the game up at 7 apiece. So here we go, we're kicking off to our opponent, kicking it off to Ricard, who's the fullback for the Ravens. Right here, we try a little bit of a different run defense that I've been trying out. This is a work in progress run defense. As you can see, it's doing a fine job here. Bring up a 3rd down and long for my opponent, as he once again is going to try to go for this bomb. As you can see, we backed off Denzel Ward and we put him in a deep half, so that way we don't get bombed over the top. And right there, we play perfect defense, and guess who? Steve Smith bails my opponent out again. He route bounces off the sideline, and he picks up a huge chunk of yards on 4th down and 11. Right here, once again, he goes back to the running game with Barry Sanders running a little play action, but luckily we sent the dogs on 3rd and long. He's going to go for it again here on 4th and 14. Half a minute to go. Not a very smart decision by my opponent. As you can see, we backed off our linebacker just to play a little bit better in the middle field. We bag everything for the most part. He's wasting his time. And then you can see he throws it up. He almost catches the deflection, which I would have gone absolutely bonkers if he did. But luckily, we get the ball back. And once again, he runs man coverage again. We go back to Brandon Cooks again. It's like death, taxes, and Brandon Cooks getting open against man coverage. And we strike again before the end of the half. We are up 14-7. That's big too because he also gets the ball to start the second half as he takes it out there with Deion Sanders. He runs a little stretch to the right here to end the half. He actually calls a timeout. Run stretch again. I apologize for the lag there. I don't know why that's happening. There we go. Settled itself out there. Once again, he tries to go back to this beater that he beat us with earlier, but we're ready for it. As you can see, we backed off our corners. We did not press this time, and we play perfect defense. He just has to chuck it up into quadruple coverage. We come down with the lurk. We tried to get very lucky here. We set up for a convoy with Isaiah Simmons, but unfortunately, not enough bodies of my team were down there to create the convoy, and he ends up tackling us. And he gets the ball here once again to start off the second half. So once again, my opponent, like I mentioned, run as much as he possibly could and then pass when he absolutely needed to. He ran stretch and dive, and right there, Barry Sanders is off to the races. I tried to click on there with Derwin James, but unfortunately, me clicking onto him screwed up his pursuit angle even more, and he took it to the crib, and he ties it up just like that at 14 apiece. Now, at this point, I'm like, you know what? As long as I get last possession, I feel fine. This guy cannot really stop me at all. As you can see here, once again, we motion over Brandon Cooks. This time, he doesn't run man coverage, and we get sacked. We had B wide open right there. Second down and 22. Try to go for the big play again, which is not a smart idea by me, and we get sacked again. So 2 horrible sacks to start off the drive. 3rd and 27, trying to get something, and we almost get sacked for a safety. Luckily, Josh Allen was able to get rid of the ball, and we have to punt the ball away. So he has stopped us twice, or I should say that we have stopped ourselves twice, and then the very next play after he gets the ball back again, he takes it to the crib on a dive with Barry Sanders to go up 21-14. So I have definitely shot myself in the foot, which I really like to do. Now we are down by 7 here midway through the 3rd quarter. Once again, we are motioning Brandon Cooks over. We're hoping he plays cover 2. As we can see, that post route can beat cover 2. Right here we hit Dawson Knox. I don't know why I said Dawson. Dawson Knox, our tight end, underneath. Right here we run a little dive. Reggie Bush to pick up the first down. Here we go. We motion over Brandon Cooks again here. See if we can try to beat him once again. This time, though, we hit Tyrone Calico underneath on a drag route to pick up big yardage. Right here, once again, we go back, motioning over Brandon Cooks. I apologize for the lag. We hit Reggie Bush underneath on the angle route to pick up the first down. Right here, we go back to our QB draw formation, and Lamar Jackson gets a little sticky. Right here, I was hoping he would click on. That's why we tried to go inside. I should have just stayed outside, but he did not click on. Ron Woodson able to make a play. That'll bring us to the end of the 3rd. Right here, we try to run QB draw once again. Don't get in. 2nd and goal from the 5. We pass this time with Josh Allen, and we find our tight end, Dawson Knox, in the back of the end zone for 6, and we have tied the game up at 21 apiece. So this drive, I definitely have to stop the run because the last 2 snaps this guy has had, I've given him touchdowns. So we cannot let that happen this time. And right there, we were able to bottle it. We go back to our normal run defense out of 3-3-5 wide. And we end up only holding them to 3 yards there. This possession, he is trying to milk the game out. Right there, he runs a little dive with Barry Sanders. 3rd and 8, he goes back to the tight flex formation, which is what he was running when he passed. But he ends up running the ball there on 3rd and 8. Kind of a smart idea, I guess. And right here, he ends up no-huddling, which is kind of a questionable decision. But it's 4th down and 3. He once again motions over Darren Waller. That was all he was doing when he was passing the ball, was motioning over Darren Waller. He snaps the ball. I accidentally ran commit. I know, just a complete new move. And I have just handed this guy 21 points on 3 straight drives. So we went from having a controlling lead in this game to just basically gifting him 21 out of his 28 points. So very frustrating game on my end. But we have a minute and a half here to try to be great. Right here, we hit Tyrone Calico on the crossing route to get in field goal range, but obviously we're down by 7. We need more than a field goal. Right here, we hit Reggie Bush underneath on the angle route, pick up about 15 yards. Clock is ticking, tick, 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 tick. Winds all the way down to less than 30 seconds right here. We almost get sacked with Josh Allen. 2nd and 10. We throw the wheel route here to Reggie Bush. He gets tackled. We have to use one of our timeouts. Right here, we just run the ball up the gut with Reggie Bush on 3rd and 4. Pick up a nice little yardage there. We're back in the QB draw formation. We actually audible down to single back wing tight Z. And we run a little dive here with Reggie Bush, and he fights his way into the end zone. And we end up tying the game back up 28 apiece. Now, guys, here is where you know what starts to get absolutely nuts. Right there, his fullback completely whiffs on the catch. He has to have Deion Sanders come and pick the ball up, so he has the ball at the 8-yard line. He runs the ball here on 1st and 10 and ends up taking one of his timeouts. Picks up about 3 yards there. Runs stretch once again here with Barry Sanders. Picks up the 1st down. Ends up using another timeout. 10 seconds left to go. He actually goes back. He drops back and passes. He has Steve Smith, and he gets a horrible animation out of bounds. Luckily enough for us, that went out of bounds. So now there's 5 seconds left. I'm like, all right, he's going to come out in this Wildcat, which is very weird flex. He runs the Wildcat play that he's been running pretty much all game with Lamar Jackson read option, and he calls his last timeout with 1 second to go. And guys, just want you guys to watch and learn from this guy here that you have to pay attention to who you throw to on the field. Because right here, he fakes the read option, rolls out with Lamar Jackson. He throws it to Robert Griffin. RG3 gets absolutely annihilated. We make him fumble. We scoop and score to win the game. Absolute insanity. Alright, boys, so here is a look at the replay in slow-mo of the final play of the game. Now, keep in mind, there was just 1 second left on the clock before this play. He dumps it off to RG3, which, why the heck was he on the field in this formation? I have no clue whatsoever. But this guy actually threw the ball to RG3, and RG3 maybe has like a 10 when it comes to ball carrying out of 99, because he got absolutely shellacked, absolutely demolished on that play, and he ends up costing him the game. My man could have easily taken it to overtime. So easily could have taken it to overtime. But instead, he wanted to use all 3 of his timeouts to save the clock at the end of the game. And I went berserk, as you guys can see me slowly reacting there on the bottom left. But man, oh man, that was just, once again, one of the craziest endings to a game I've ever been a part of. I just couldn't believe how poorly my opponent, how poorly he managed the end of that game. You really hate to see it indeed. So that is pretty much going to wrap things up for this. I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, I sincerely apologize for the really annoying noises that you were hearing in the background of these videos. Unfortunately, the rotors in my fan of my laptop are starting to kind of crap out on me. So I'm getting it looked at. Well, I already got it looked at, but I'm going to get a new fan in my laptop hopefully before the end of this week. So that way the podcast and all the other videos that I post this week will be noise free, because I know it really must be annoying to listen to, because it is just super annoying for me just to commentate this and have this constant noise that makes me want to bang my head against my desk over and over, because it is that annoying. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys thought of the gameplay down below in the comments. Once again, Weekend League Chronicles episode number 7 comes out tomorrow, followed by the Weekend League lineup update on Friday, followed up once again with episode 2 of Stealing Your Time, both here on YouTube and on Spotify. It's going to be a spooky, ooky Halloween edition, since this Saturday is Halloween. Until next time, I am Shawn, and I am signing out. Peace.